Okay, so I like to write my songs so that they appeal to all five of the senses. So I like to deal with sight, hearing, smelling, touching, tasting. I want you to be able to get all of that from the lyrics. Handle Hard is a record, very personal record to me that I wrote in one of my darkest, darkest times. It's around the time after my sister passed away 3 years ago. I wrote the song because I was going through a moment of grief or supposed grief that I was not allowed to grieve. At the time I was experiencing so much pressure from outside, from different people that I love, something I didn't know in regards to how I should handle, my situation, handle this hard situation. So it was my way of expressing. The song was written through the lens of a person that was hurt, beaten, broken, and just wanted to get a message out, an SOS out to, hey, leave me alone. If you've never experienced this, maybe you ought to zip it before you do experience it. So it's wrote from that lens. So here's the song, Handle Hard. You could give your 2 cents. You could go ahead and speak your mind. But man, it sure seems to sting like it's raining dimes. You'll need a receipt to return all you said. There's a price for your tongue. You let your mouth write checks, put your heart in debt. Well, let me tell you something. If you look at just that A section of the first verse, you can give your 2 cents. You can go ahead and speak your mind, because that's what a lot of people like to do, whether or not they know much about the situation or not. Everybody has their opinions. Opinions are like, I don't know if I could say that on camera, but everybody has one. So you could give your 2 cents. You could go ahead and speak your mind. Man, it sure seems to sting like it's raining dimes. Could you imagine what it would feel like if you went outside and as opposed to it raining water, it was raining nickels and dimes? It would sting, it would hurt. So that's what it felt like. So much was pouring in at the same time. It hurt, it stung like it was raining dimes. So that's the first opening. Man, it sure seems to sting like it's raining dimes. You'll need a receipt to return all you said. There's a price for your tongue. You let your mouth write checks, put your heart in debt. Let me tell you something. So if you listen to that, there's a lot of playing on the words back and forth there. You'll need a receipt, obviously. When you purchase something or you make a purchase of something or you say something, you need to have a receipt, a bill of receipt, evidence. You'll need a receipt to return all you've said. Return everything that you said. And anytime that you want to return something back to the store, back to the market, wherever you bought it from, you need a receipt to make that return. So you'll need a receipt to return all you said. Funny thing about that is what a lot of people don't realize is some things that you can say that you can't really return. There's some words that can go out that you just can't get back. So it's always good to, I think, personally be cautious of what you say to someone, as you never know how it affects them. So that line basically says, you'll need a receipt to return all you said. There's a price for your tongue. There's a price for your tongue. You let your mouth write checks, self-explanatory. Put your heart in debt. Now let me tell you something. So it's all playing on the purchase and receiving process. And so that ends the first verse. If you ain't never had it hard in your life, playing this safe quarterback from an armchair, you ain't never been so high enough and it falls down, yeah. If you ain't ever took a wrong turn in love and suddenly smashed on a pedal car, heartbreak, man, look. Well, don't tell me how to handle hard, 'cause you ain't ever handled hard. And so that's the chorus of Handle Hard. Basically, it opens up, it's a big anthemic chorus. It opens up, if you ain't never had it hard in your life, playing this same quarterback from an armchair. Use that term a lot when you got a lot of folks that are of the belief that they can do whatever it is that you're doing, or that they can do it easier, or they could find an easier way to do something. But you find that a lot of these folks, they talk from the sidelines. They talk from the comfort of their chairs, knowing full well that if they get in those same experiences, those same situations, they could potentially snap like twigs or they'll break. So it's better that you pause before you say or offer your opinion on what you can do and how it can be done better if you've never done it before. I would never let anybody tell me to do anything that they do not have experience in. You don't go to the doctor and find a doctor that has no experience. You don't go and get surgery on your leg from anyone other than a person that can do surgery on your leg. So don't get advice. Don't pay attention to folks that have not been through what you've been through. So if you ain't ever had it hard in your life, you've been playing it safe quarterback from the armchair, you ain't ever been so high in love, then it falls down. If you listen to the play on words, you ain't ever been so high and in love, then it all falls down. If you've never been in love to the point where it breaks your heart, where it snaps your heart, when you break up, or when you fall down, or once you get your heart broken from death or anything that hurts you, don't speak on it. Don't try to advise someone on how to get over it if you've never been through it, if you've never felt it before. So if you've never been so high in love, then it falls down. If you ain't never took a wrong turn, in love and suddenly smashed on a pedal called heartbreak. If you listen to that, it's the automobile play on words. If you ain't never took a wrong turn in love, then suddenly smashed, like crash, on the pedal, like the foot pedal, like a brake, called heartbreak, right? So I like to use a lot of plays on words, double entendres, things of that nature to get the point across of the song. So if you ain't ever took a wrong turn in love, it suddenly smashed on a pedal called heartbreak, man. Don't tell me how to handle hard, cause you ain't never handled hard. And that closes out the chorus. Okay, verse 2 goes, yeah, I know you think it's easy to undo a heart that's caught in a twist. Well, you can drink all you want, drink till it's gone. Whiskey is strong, but it ain't stronger than this. Your mama told you to guard your heart with a wrought iron fence. And my daddy said if there's no barbed wire, son, there's a chance to get over it. If you ain't never had it hard in your life. Yeah. So the second verse opens up clearly, says, I know you think it's easy to undo a heart that's caught in a twist. A lot of folks think it's easy to get over heartbreak, to undo themselves from whatever knot life has put them in, whatever knot life has twisted them in. I think about my uncle. He says this is a, yeah, it's crazy. He says that's a gopher knot. And what is a gopher knot? Go for your knife. Basically, you have to go for your knife to cut it loose. So, yeah, life can put you in some pretty serious situations to where it's not as easy as everyone would think to undo. And in a lot of situations, you don't know what you would do unless you are standing in that person's shoes. So it's better to not cast judgment before you've experienced something. It's better to empathize always. So yeah, I know you think it's easy to undo a heart that's caught in a twist. Well, you could drink all you want, drink till it's gone. Whiskey is strong, but it ain't stronger than this. So it's pretty self-explanatory. You could drink all you want, because that's the way a lot of folks deal with their situations. I know in my personal situation, like I said, it put me in a dark space. So I did start to drink. I did start to experiment and drink a little more than usual, just to try to numb the pain in some of the situations that I was going through. But drinking never solved it. As much as folks like to think about it, it's just a Band-Aid on a bullet hole. It's a temporary patch. So you can drink all you want. Go ahead. Drink till it's gone. Whiskey is strong, but it ain't stronger than some of the stuff that life can hit you with. So then I go into, your mama told you to guard your heart with a wrought iron fence. And that's basically how a lot of people are raised. Their parents or whoever raised them tell them to guard their heart with this thing, with a fence. Don't let anybody in, or build up these walls. We construct and build these walls through life, thinking that it's gonna keep us safe from the woes of life. And so basically I counter that line with, your mama told you to guard your heart with a wrought iron fence, but my daddy told me if there's no barbed wire, then there's a chance to get over it. So you can build your wrought iron fence, but as long as you ain't got nothing with razor edge points on the end, keeping everything out or keeping what you love inside of it, then you can get over it. So that's the light at the end of the tunnel for me. If there's no barbed wire over this situation, then you can actually get over it. You can overcome whatever you're going through. So I end that line. I love that line. It's a powerful statement. Bridge I go into, don't speak on what you ain't gone through yet. Cause you ain't never had it hard. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Don't speak on what you ain't gone through yet. That's a silver lining that I've tied through the first verse, all the way through the chorus, all the way through the second verse, second chorus, until we arrive at this first bridge, the intro to the bridge. Don't speak on what you ain't gone through yet. If you've never done it before, you zip it. If you ain't never been through it, you might just need to cut it. So yeah, that's where that one goes. All right. So bridge 2 goes pretty much like, you ain't never had to pull your weight. You ain't never had to feel this way. Always riding on easy street, cause you ain't never handled hard in your life. You ain't handled hard. So that's pretty well self-explanatory. You ain't never had to pull your weight. This basically goes to the brats in life, the spoiled rotten people in life that have never really had to hold their own weight, carry their own responsibility. Yeah, self-explanatory. If you've never had to pull your own weight, you ain't never had to feel this way. If you've always been riding on easy street and life has just been simple and the whole earth has been roses, daisies, and roses for you, then you can't relate. This is for the people that have been through something. Handle hard. Hey guys, this is Michael B. Whit, your guy. Thank you so much for hanging out with me as I break down my song, Handle Hard. You can purchase it on every platform. If you like Spotify, if you like Amazon, if you like YouTube Music, you can find that song right there. Also connect with me on all of my social media platforms at Michael B. Whit. Michael B. Whit on Instagram, Michael B. Whit on Facebook, Michael B. Whit on Twitter. You connect with me, I'll make sure to respond back to you. Peace out.